I wandered again to my home in the mountains, where a new early dawn I was happy and free. I looked for my friends, but I never could find them. I found they were all great strangers to me. Everybody I met seemed to be a rank stranger. No mother or dad, not a friend could I see. They knew not my name, and I knew all their faces. I found they were all great strangers to me. They've all moved away, said the voice of a stranger, to a beautiful home on God's bright shore. Some beautiful day we'll join them in heaven, where no one will be a stranger to me. Everybody I met seemed to be a rank stranger. No mother or dad, not a friend could I see. They knew not my name, and I knew not their faces. I found they were all great strangers to me. All right, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Hello to everyone on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, whatever social media platform this may be on. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hey, I'm just going to tell y'all some of the funniest things in the world happens in church. That's right. That's right. I mean, some of the funniest things in the world happens right in church. So if you're not going to church, you might be missing out on a lot. I'm going to tell you one thing that happened. True story. With my right hand up, if I'm lying, I'm a dying. I was in church and went to this church for a long time. And there was an old man that sat on a pew, and everybody in the church could be shouting and rejoicing and really getting in the service, and it could be a great meeting. And this guy would just sit there on his pew, not say a word, not do nothing, just as quiet as he could be. Well, there was a few mischievous boys. One day they said, we're going to get that old man to shouting, and nobody will know it, just us. So they went out and they found a bee's nest. And they brought that bee's nest inside the church, and they put it up under the pew where that old man sat. Well, that particular Sunday morning, this was unawares to everybody in the church, and that particular Sunday morning, nobody was shouting, nobody was getting in the service. No, I mean, the service just wasn't one of those types of services. When all of a sudden, this old man that never did shout got up real quick and started shouting up a storm and running all over that church, and my goodness, it shocked and surprised everybody, including the pastor. And the pastor looked out and he said these words, "Boy, it's good to see that the Lord is in the heart of brother so-and-so this morning." Well, that old man, he cried out real loud and he said, "Preacher, I don't know about the Lord being in my heart, but I got the devil in my pants." I don't know about the Lord in my heart, but I got the devil in my pants. Let's get a little fancy with that on this big Martin guitar. Don't try that at home, only us trained idiots can do that. Let's try it a couple more times. Well, I'm picking on a Martin guitar. This is a guitar that's a HD 28 vintage series Martin. This is a vintage series Martin HD 28B. HD 28B. Got the gold tuners and all that. Beautiful, beautiful instrument that I'm blessed to be able to pick on. One of several that I'm blessed to have and own. And again, this is a HD 28B vintage series Martin guitar. Back and sides is rosewood, and just a beautiful, beautiful instrument that I'm blessed to be able to pick on. All right, I got to tell you another story real quick, and that's this. Couple friends of mine, their name was Steve and Joyce. Steve and Joyce was their name. Well, Steve and Joyce, they went into this big shopping center, and Joyce is a big, big shopper. She loves shopping. Steve, on the other hand, he's sort of like me. He's not much on the shopping. Well, they went in there to do some shopping, and Steve got kind of tired and wore out, and she's in the women's aisle and looking at the dresses and the pink suits and all of that. So Steve says, "Honey, I think I'm going to go out to the vehicle and wait on you." She says, "Okay." So he goes out to the vehicle, but he forgets one thing. He leaves a credit card with Joyce. And that wasn't a great idea. He forgot all about it. And he went out there, and about an hour later or so, she comes out. And she's got this brand new, beautiful, beautiful paint suit. She says, "Honey, look at this brand new, beautiful paint suit I bought. Ain't it beautiful?" And he looks and he says, "Yeah, honey, that's beautiful." Then he gets thinking about his credit card. He said, "Honey, how much did that cost?" And she said it only costed $500. He thinks real quick and he looks at her and he says, "Honey, $500? And she said, "Yes." And he said, "Now, honey, listen to me. You know when you're tempted what you're supposed to do, don't you?" She said, "Don't you worry about that. Don't you worry about that at all. I done exactly the right thing." She said, "I was in there and I tried on this pink suit And the devil spoke in my ear, and the devil said, you got to buy this paint suit. It looks good on you. $500? Who cares about money? You got to buy this paint suit. It looks good on you. She said, honey, I done what I'm supposed to do. I spoke to the devil and I said, devil, get behind me. Get behind me, Satan. And said the devil spoke up and said the devil said, it looks good from this angle too. It looks good back here too. And I just had to buy it. I don't think that's what it means when the Bible says, get behind me, Satan. Oh my goodness, it looks good back here too. I gotta go. Love you all.